ProFile, and for today's webinar, Thursday's webinar, is Intuit ProFile, Hub, and Link. There's a lot of information, so I will get to it at 2:30, which is about a few seconds away. I just want to lay out some information. When it has to do with questions, please apply them in your GoToWebinar control panel. There's a section for questions. If you could type in your questions there, I can answer them towards the end of the webinar. I am recording this, so it will be available pretty much at the end of this week. I will post it on the YouTube page, and we'll link it to our actual support, profile support page when it has to do with the how-to videos, the webinars, and the articles. Okay, it looks like there's a few more people straying in, so I will get started with Intuit ProFile. For those of you that aren't familiar with Hub and Link, it is a new feature that we've incorporated into ProFile this year, and it's a great tool for organizing your client files in ProFile, and also being able to link it to a web page where you can collaborate with your clients. And I'll go further into a description, and I will show you how to log into or set up Hub, and then what you can do in Hub, and then we'll go and into Link, do a login into Link, and I'll show you a few of the features that you can use to collaborate with your clients. To start out with, let's do a brief description of what Hub is, and that is, so I'll do an introduction to Hub. I'll talk about the benefits of Hub, and I'll do a demo of the setup and some of the uses. One thing to remember also is the version that you need to be on for ProFile. It needs to be 2016.2.5 and above, and you'll have the option for Hub. Okay. So what is Hub? Hub is a document management dashboard that helps you access your client's information quickly and seamlessly. It works well with Hub, works well with Link to help you collaborate more effectively with your clients to gather information. So what does that mean? It just, if you want to gather receipts or income statements, or you want to gather some of the slips like their T4s or T5s or whatever information you'll need from your client, enables you to use this tool called Link, and clients can upload those documents up to the cloud, and from the cloud you can retrieve the information from your clients. And I'll show you a quick demo on that. What are the benefits of Hub? Well, it provides you with a bird's eye view of your client's documents and information, and you can access your client's contact information to check the status of a return and review any notes that may have been added. So it goes well with Link. You'll get some updates within Hub if anything should happen on the Link side. For example, a client should upload a T4. You'll know that that's been uploaded, and it will update within Hub and Link. You can access your document management sources such as Link, which I just mentioned, and to help you gather information from your clients in one secure place. So let me go into Hub. I'm going to open up ProFile, and I have a couple of returns here open, which I opened up earlier, but to access Hub is pretty much like accessing your database. If you're familiar with database, whether it's Client Explorer or Classic Database, it's under the same menu, which is Go To. Once you go click on Go To, there's an option for Hub, and a window will pop up. For those who haven't set up Hub before, you will go through a few more prompts. It will just ask you, it's almost like a wizard to set up Hub, and all you have to do is just follow those steps. Those steps will look like this here. So it's going to give you an option to enable Profile Hub, and all you have to do is just indicate that by putting a check mark or clicking on to enable Profile Hub, and you would have to pick where your client files are being stored. In this case, local server or my local computer is where my files are being stored, or if you are in a bigger environment, you can use this option for network server. Today I'm just going to make it simple. I'll talk about the local server and the local drive, and that is where my files are being stored. I created a empty file folder, and that way the files don't show up. I want to show you how to browse for where your files are, and then have Hub do the indexing or read the files when it comes to your returns. Now, big note here, currently Hub and Link only will work with 2015 and 2016 T1, TP1 files. So for those who are doing T2s, T3s, and FX, please take note that currently it's only for 2015 and 2016 T1, TP1 files. I'm going to browse for where my folder is, and it's on my local drive, so it's under my documents, and under my documents I have my profile data. I have two folders. I'm just going to use this my profile data for this example, and then I'm going to press OK. And once I have that folder where my files for the 2015, 2016 T1, TP1 files are, then I'm going to read the files or index the files. Okay, it's going to tell me that you want to clear the existing data within Hub, and I surely do. So I'm going to press yes, and now it's going to read that file folder, index the files, and search for anything related to Profile under the 2015 and 2016 modules for T1, TP1. So this is your Hub. This is where you can see your client files. You can search for your client files. If you have a client by the name of Smith, there you are. If you have a client by the name of London, and it will give you a result. So it's a good organization and data management tool for your clients' files. Let me just clear that out. And you can also use the settings to re-index. So say, for example, your files are somewhere else. You can browse for where that file folder is, for where your other returns may be. Okay, I'm going to cancel that for now. And so the other things that you can do is do a filter by the year. So if I just want to do my 2016 files, I can do the drop down and it will filter out my 2016 returns. From here, you can also open up the return if you'd like. So I'm just going to open up this husband Smith, and there's the return. So it's like using the old or the database, the Classic or the Client Explorer. It's just much quicker to use Hub. Okay. And then you can add some notes if you'd like to the file, your client's file, and it's going to give you the status. When did you last work on that file or that return? It'll show the date. And if you wanted to add anything, let me just see here. Oh, it looks like you can't yet. And then you have your invites. Okay, this option for invite will be available for you if you had a login to your Profile Review account. Profile Review account is under your online settings, and if you have created an account, all you have to do is just sign in with your email address and your password, and then this online setting for profile review will be activated. And once you have that, you go back to Hub, and this option for invite will be available. If you ever notice that there may be a lock on this, just take a look and see if it's profile review that you need to log into, or just put an email address to unlock it. Right now I don't see the lock, so some of these I've created emails for. As you notice, there's an icon for a letter or an envelope that indicates that I have an email active that I can use to create an invite. So I have it for both Bill London and myself here. I'm going to use Bill London to do an invite, and you'll get this this window just talking about Link, what you can do. So it lets you manage your client's documents. That's more on the Hub side. Track document collection, that's on the Link side, which when I log in I will show you. And you have a virtual assistant, which basically automates some reminders for you, and you can set that, you can customize that setting in accordance to, say you want to set out a reminder to your client daily or weekly, or whichever way you want to do it. You can automate the reminder. Okay, so I'm just going to continue here. This is just a quick intro into Hub and Link, just a quick description. I'm going to get started, and this window will show up, which will enable you to use an engagement letter, a questionnaire, and a checklist. So the engagement letter will look like this: dear client, we know gathering info can be a pain, and so on. And you can customize this if you'd like to by just clicking on edit, and then you can change your letter of engagement. Okay. If you want to add or create one, then you could use this add option, and then you can create a new template and create your letter in accordance to your preference. I'm just going to use the default letter of template here, and I'm going to include that in my invite. I'm going to go back, and your questionnaire enables you to ask questions to your clients. I'll show you what that looks like. What's your current address? Were there any changes in dependents? Did your marital status change? Did you want me to electronically file your return? List any questions or concerns you may have, and those are open-ended. Will give you the ability for your client to type in information or put in information. The yes or no will be, of course, yes or no, true or false, yes or no. And you can, if you want to get rid of the actual question or questionnaire, then you can use the delete option here. If you want to add more question, then you can click onto this, and then you can place your question here. Let's say, for example, did you like my service? Sorry, this is the only question I came up with in my head right now. I apologize. Did you like my service from last year? Question mark. And you can do yes or no. Okay? Or you can do an open-ended where they can put the information, yes, I liked your service. You did great in providing me this information. So I'm going to keep that in there as an open-ended, and now I'm going to confirm that by placing, clicking on to done, and I'd like to save it. The checklist is another great great option within the invite. So you could be looking for T5s, medical receipts, donation receipts, RSP contribution receipts, NOA from CRA, and you can keep on adding on if you'd like to. There is no limitations to these questions or the checklist. Okay, so I'm not going to add anything in there. I just wanted to show you how to edit and add something in. Now I want to invite my client. I want to include all these three. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it unchecked. And if I wanted to exclude something, then I can simply just say do not include by putting a check mark. Okay. This case I want to do, I do want to include everything in. I'm going to click on the invite, and now that invite will be sent to my client. And in this case, it will be sent to London Bill at this email address. Let me just see here what the email address is. Oh, it's gone to my Rogers account. I'm just going to log into my Rogers account, and I will show you what that looks like. Give me one moment, please. If you have any questions, I could probably take them as I'm logging into the Rogers account. I'll see if I can multitask here. So it looks like we have a couple questions. Should I roll forward all my tax files or one of off basis to make the best use of Hub? What I would do is I would definitely roll forward or carry forward your files in before you do the indexing, and then that way the Hub can pick up your files. Okay, great question. Thank you, Colin. For another gentleman, is Hub a replacement for Profile Review? Well, Profile Review was a great tool that we had. It's going to be an enhancement to Profile Review. Different features for Profile Review, and the use of Profile Review is different from Profile Hub and Link. Great question. Do you have to use Hub to use Link? Not necessarily. You can log into Link, and you don't have to use the data management tool Hub, but they do go hand in hand. Okay, I'm just going to log into my. You have some great questions. Thank you very much. I'm going to log into my Rogers account. Okay, let me see if I can answer any more questions here. We have a checklist that are a PDF. Can we attach them instead of using the defaults? I believe you can use a, I'd have to look into that, Irma. I haven't seen that option, and I'll have to check with our development team on how to do that if the option is available. What I know so far is the checklist is a default checklist, and it's a template, and you can revise that. I believe if you create it as a PDF, you may not be able to revise it, but I'll check for you. When I send out the deck for today, I'm going to send the deck, and I'll have your email addresses. If you just respond back, Irma, with that question, I'll be able to find that for you. Okay. So I'm logged into my account. I'm just going to show you what it looks like for the invite. So this is the invite here. So it's going to send me an engagement letter via email, and it's going to say, you know, I've updated your checklist and so on. It looks very similar to this. Let me see if something else has come through. Just going to refresh this and see if that comes through as the invite. Looks like it hasn't come through yet. What I'll do is I'll log into Link, and then that way, once the email comes through, I'll show you what the invite looks like. Okay? Let me see. The email program that is used within ProFile, that's a good question, Judy. is when I do that invite, it actually uses a Profile Hub or a Profile link to send that invite through. So it's not actually using your Outlook or anything like that. It sends it from our servers to the email address that's indicated here. Okay, great question. Let me just go into now link. And let me find that option. So here it is. And so once you log into Link, now I've created a, let me just do a quick intro when it comes to Link first. So I'm going to do an introduction to Link, the benefits of Link, some system requirements, and then we'll go through the setup, login, and use. Okay. So what is Link? Link is a secure web-based portal that accountants can use to gather your tax data and responses from your customers. Like I mentioned, and we looked at what we can gather from our customers from that template, stuff like the receipts, your NOA from your clients, your slips, and any data that you need to gather from your clients, you can include within that checklist. Okay. And responses, the responses are going to be in Link. So say, for example, you send out an invite and they start to place in and upload their information, and they would like to leave a message for you. They're able to leave a message for you through Link. And I'll see if I can show that to you. Okay. What are the benefits of Link? Well, it can provide several benefits to the preparer's clients, including, but not limited to, clarity on what a preparer needs to prepare on a client's tax return, flexibility to collect and share data, tax data, year-round from any device, convenience of providing preparers with materials via, it could be a picture taken with a mobile device or financial institution. So say that's a good one. Customer doesn't have the availability to scan a receipt or a slip. They can take a picture and they can upload that image file up to Link, and then you can use that data to enter that information into your client's return. Ability to track what material has been submitted or is still outstanding. The encryption to protect your client's data is at the bank level encryption level. Okay. What are the system requirements when it comes to Link? Well, it's not supported on Apple products. ProFile does not run on Apple products, but you can definitely have use the I have an Apple's machine, and I use Boot Camp to install Windows on another partition. So that's one solution for you if you prefer to go that route. The following computer configuration is required. You need internet connectivity for licensing and auto update features. The .NET framework, 4.5.2 installation and registration is required. And unsupported configuration elements. Windows Server softwares are not supported, and network workstation install with the UNC file path is not supported. So I'm going to go to this link. For those who are going to be using this link from the deck or the PowerPoint, what I've done is I've actually copy and pasted this. So I just took this link and I pasted into Chrome. It seemed to work better in Chrome or Firefox, and it brought me this Intuit Pro Connect link. I would have to put in my email address and password. Now what's important here is if you haven't created an account already, then create a Pro Connect link account first. Once you do that, it's going to need your email address, it's going to need your product information and your service number, which is usually from your purchase receipt. Okay, I've created an account, so once I've done that, I can now log in. I have my email or user ID and my password entered, and now I'm ready to sign in. Okay, I'm just going to maximize this for everyone, and this is Intuit Pro Connect link, and this will give you some great features for you to use when you're collaborating with your clients. As you notice, the client activity here, it'll show you exactly what the status is. You have a client. I have a client by the name of Naven. He's accepted the invite. Naven's also updated a document request. Helen has accepted my invite. Nayan has updated one answer for 2016, updated two answers for 2016. I'll know it has accepted, which is the email that I showed you earlier, and then I have Helen, who's answered for my TY16. So Helen must have been sent the questionnaire, and basically I can look at those questionnaires. So this here is the questionnaire and the request. So how I went there, sorry, I went a little too quick. Let me go back to the clients. And so if I want to look at what Helen had answered, then I can go do a search for Helen, and under Helen's account information, I can do a review. Okay, right now, so this is the request. This is what I asked Helen for, and it looks like the status gives me a status that it's been sent, and the message that Helen had for, do you want to electronically file return, says hello Fab, hi Helen, and still awaiting a response. Okay. The engagement letter's been sent. It looks like this information's been sent for T5s, medical receipts, and so on. The documents, so if they've uploaded documents to you, it will show up in here, and then your reminders is in this section. Looks like there's no reminders. If I want to create a reminder for a customer, it's going to send it to their email. Okay, I'm going to create it as once, and I want it to be sent just for today. So it's going to be 02/09/2017. Subject, just a reminder, and please review the request sent a week ago and upload any files. Okay, so set up the reminder. Okay, it looks like I have to create a new template for that. Let me just go back here. Apologies. Go back to, looks like I have to create a actual reminder template before I do that, because it won't create it. But once you have a template created, you can send it to your client with the subject matter, and then you can do the frequency of whether it's a daily, weekly, or monthly. Let me see if I can find where that template's being created. But I want to show you a little bit more on the client's view. So up here, you have, it'll show you how many clients you have available in ProFile link or ProConnect link, how many invites have been accepted, and how many invites are still pending, how many invites have been declined, and how many 2016 are done. So that's in accordance to, did they answer all the questions? Did they upload all the requests, documentation that you requested for? Did they answer back from the engagement letter, which is the invite acceptance? Just going to clear that out, and of course it's going to give you a listing of all your clients, all 52. You can go to the next page if you want, and there they are. Go to the first page. This one here is a great thing to know about, and that is the progress of what's happening with this client. So Naven looks like 3 out of the 12 things that I need from Naven has been done. I'm going to take a look by reviewing it, and now if I look at this, it looks like there are he's answered a few of the questions. What is your current address? Current. Were there any changes? They answered that. They uploaded the T4 as a PDF. Did your marital status change? And they answered no. So it looks like the information is, so we're still looking for a few of the information, like a T5 bank statement if they have that, a notice of assessment, and so on. And it looks like these 3 things have been completed, and that's why it shows up under Naven's account that 3 out of 12 has been done. Okay, these other clients looks like I haven't invited. I can either invite my client through link or through Hub. So I'm just going to bring up Hub again, and you can do an invite through Hub, or you can do it through link. So the person that had asked me about link and Hub, I believe you can use link to gather all the information that you need, and of course just remember that you need to create a link account in order for you to use that. Okay, let me go back to link there, and so that is the status or progress bar when it comes to the client. Client statuses are up here. It's laid out very cleanly on the top, and any activity that's happening with your clients, it will show on the right hand side for a quick view. Okay, you can do your firm settings in here, so you could put in your firm information, your the name, your logo, and if you want to manage your account, you can do it from here. And this is where your email templates can be created. If you have an email template that you'd like to use, you can create one here. So this is a new one. It's actually separate from the one that we do through Hub. And so when you do the invite from link, it will use this template. And then you also have your request template for a sample individual template. There's a sample here. Partnership template, you can use these. For S Corp template, you can use these questionnaires. Okay, so there's some templates already available for you to use. New features just talks about the new features that are happening within Link, and the library itself. If you want to learn more about these features, then you can use this library for Link. Okay, I've also included in the PowerPoint a quick link to some great information on frequently asked questions that you may have, a little bit more detail information on what is Hub and Link, and some different questions that may have been answered, and that is in this PowerPoint presentation. Okay, I just want to see if I can find that actual template when it comes to creating let me just see here if I can find it. Take a look at some of these questions here. Can we set up user logins for staff. I believe it starts out with the administrator, Tim, and then you can, under the firm settings, you can manage your account, and then you can create more profiles. So right now there's myself and my information. Let me see if there is a section here. Looks like there isn't. I'm just going to go back here. At the moment, it looks like we're unable to add another user. Let me just see here. Manage clients, view features. Currently, it looks like the administrator is the individual that can log in. You can share that information, but if you need to create a new account for a specific employee, they may have to create their own link account. Okay, let me just go back to client. Okay, let me see if I can create a reminder from here. So I want to name it. Nope. Start date. See if I can create one here by doing this. Stop date 02/09/2017. No reminder. Okay, so it's the reminder here. So this is where you would create it. My apologies. And then your client name and save. So I'm going to call this template name reminder. Okay. Now I'm going to save that. Subject reminder. Name, and there we are. Okay, now I should be able to use that reminder template. So if I go back to the overview and I look for the client, I should be able to send them a reminder. Okay, reminders. A reminder for this client. I'm going to use the reminder one, and daily or weekly or monthly, and you can edit this information under the template. And so I'm going to put in the start date 02/09/2017. It's going to make it for once, and the reminder should be set up. Okay, looks like it's not keeping. Oh, start date is going to be 02, let's put 10 and 2017. There we go. And there we are. And there's the reminder. So it's going to send a reminder to this client, Helen, on the 10th, which will be tomorrow, and it's scheduled. Okay, so that is the reminder, and that becomes helpful where if you want to remind your clients to make sure that they look at the request and they send in the data at a good time, then you can set up your reminder. And once you have it set up and you put your frequency, you won't have to do anything. It will manage itself, and it will send out the reminders in accordance to the frequency and the date that you've set. Okay? Right. So 308, let me see if there's any other information that I can send to you or share with you. Again, the Intuit Hub and Link information articles is here. I've created a link. Let me click onto that. That way you can see what it looks like. And this is our profile support page, and it just gives you more information on frequently asked questions. I've included the benefits of both Link and Hub. Inviting clients to join, it gives you a step-by-step there in case you didn't catch it from this webinar. There's a great link there. Re-inviting your clients, uninviting your clients, and attaching the templates, or creating templates within Hub, or creating templates within Link. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to take the rest of the time to answer some of your questions. I'm just going to maximize this here, and it looks like I was able to answer Colin, Tim, Dennis. How is Hub different? This is a great question for Dennis, from Dennis. How is Hub different from database? As you know, if you use Classic Database or Client Explorer, it's quite robust, and there's a lot of steps that you need to take when it comes to setting that up. But all three are actually great data management tools. When you look at the interface when it comes to Hub, it has been simplified. So if you want to do a quick look at, let me just bring that up. If you want to take a quick look at your files from your clients, then you can use Hub, and it'll tell you the statuses of what it is. So it's kind of like a quick view of your client's files. And with the databases, you're able to create a little bit more, you're able to use more options like query and creating reports, and filtering out certain years for your FX and your T3s and your T2s and T1s. This is the start to a good management tool. The interface looks a lot cleaner and a lot simpler to look at. As we progress and as we evolve this tool, we'll probably start to integrate some of the other filtering tools and queries, but we're still in the infancy stages when it comes to this. At the moment, this is what we have available. Okay. Great question, Dennis. Thank you very much for that. So Lowell, status and comments workstation specific, or will they show update if multiple computers are using a peer-to-peer? If you are using a peer-to-peer, I believe they communicate with each other, so it may be specific to the actual file if everyone's using Hub. I will have to confirm that for you, Lowell. So just send me a quick email on that when I send the deck, because I want to find out. I just have to confirm whether it is actually connected when everyone uses Hub. Okay. I don't want to client's email address. So what I would do, a tool is on the information page. The question was, I don't want CRA to get a hold of my client's email address. On the information page, you can indicate this here. By providing an email address, I understand I'm registering for an online mail. So the terms and conditions, I believe you would just have to indicate no. And then you can use the email address. Okay. I think I've been able to answer Irma's question. Also send me an email on that, Irma. Yes, when you add new clients to your files, they will be synced automatically. They will update in Hub. That's a great question. Judy, I mentioned about Outlook. It will use our servers to email your client. Shirley, as I showed a tool, that email address is actually retrieved from the information page. And let me see if I can add. T-Co, can you import information from Outlook such as email addresses? I believe you have to input them into the information page, T-Co. Thank you for that question. That's a great question. If you use so if profile data is stored on a server, we can't use link. There is an option here. Let me switch over to Hub and network server. I'm going to browse, say, for my computer again. I don't have a network set up. Let me see if we can apply this. Okay, I'm going to use network server, read the files. It's going to read the files. Oh, it's not supported. I actually need a network file path. If you're able to do if you have a network server, then all you have to do is just select network server, and then actually this is not available at the moment. I believe that's the reason why. We just, oh, it's not a network file path. Okay. If you do have a network server and you index your files to read your files, you are able to use link, because all it's doing is it's organizing your files in Hub, and you're able to do the invite from here, which will communicate with your link account. Okay, that's a great question. That was from, let me just find out who that was from. Arden. Great question. Okay. Let me see. That's something that we're looking into, Tim, for the QBO clients. We'll have to look further into that, where they're integrating QBO files in there. Okay, so we are currently looking into that. We're aware of it. Does Link facilitate us getting T183 signed? Does it facilitate us providing the client a PDF copy of the return? I believe if they have the certain forms that you need signed from your clients, they can scan it and upload it for your files as a PDF, and you can store that. Now, you also have to check with CRA, though, if they are able to accept a digital copy of a signed document. If they actually need the form that is actually signed by your client, then I would go in that direction. Okay. Okay, let me see what else. Melinda, let me see what Melinda's question is here. If my client responds to me, it's hard to believe that it is virus-free. Is my tax profile safe? It is. We have stored it on a very secure server. The encryption is a very high encryption. It's at the bank level encryption, so it's quite a high encryption to, and I would definitely let you know that it is a safe server due to that encryption. Thanks for that question, Melinda. That is, a lot of people ask about it, and that's why I mentioned it in the slide, that the encryption that we use to secure your client's files is on the bank level encryption level. Okay. Shirley, you do need an email address on the information page in order for it to, if you look at my screen right here, I have London Bill, and myself, I have a email address. for these other clients, I haven't created an email address for them, and that's why there's no email. If I were to do an invite, it's just going to say that it's invalid. Okay, so you need an email address. When I click the invite, it asks me to log in. Okay, so Tara, all you would have to do is you would have to create an account. I have a link account open, but it only shows my QuickBooks. I see. We are currently looking into the QuickBooks Online files being included into the ProConnect link, and we're trying to figure out whether they are meshing together. So if you could send us an email on that, Tara, we'll help you troubleshoot that. Or if you want to call in to support directly, you can ask them if they figure out what's happening with ProFile link or ProConnect link when it comes to QBO files. Okay, it's 3:20. I'm going to take a look and see if there's any other questions that I can. The last question I can. Sandra, as you know, QuickBooks clients can, QBO clients, you can use this link. If you want to know more, then probably reach out to the QBO team. They will have a great staff that know a lot more on how to set that up for your QBO account. If it's for QuickBooks Desktop, I don't think it's available, but I definitely know it's available for QBO and for ProFile. Okay, so 3:21. I appreciate everyone for showing up today. I hope Hub and Link makes a lot more sense. If you have some questions, there's a link in the PowerPoint slide that I've created. I've also included the support number. You can contact us by that number, chat or email. The ProFile support page is there, where if you have any questions aside from Hub and Link, I have the web address there. You can go to that page. Again, I appreciate everyone for their attendance today. I hope everyone's a lot more comfortable with Hub and Link, and they've gathered some great information from today's webinar. If you get a chance, please take some time to fill out the survey and let us know how we're doing, and also any suggestions that you may have for topics for these webinars. I'd love to share more different topics in accordance to what your needs are, so let us know which ones you'd like to see on our webinars for Thursdays. Again, thank you on behalf of Intuit ProFile. Have a great tax season and have a great day.